So, Aman, can you tell me something about what is Pintel and what was the idea of that Pintel? What kind of a problem can Pintel can solve?
Yeah. So look, overall, when we like, I mean, when I left Whatflix, right, the idea was to be in the GTM space because that was the space I saw firsthand over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was comfortable. I felt like, okay, like, because it's important to have experienced the
Got it.
processes and it's important to have gone through the journey, like for
Mm-hmm.
the user to solve it for, right? So that was very critical. Having said that, in the first 6 months of Pintel's journey, by the way, Pintel is like now almost 1 year old. So in the first 6 months, it took us first 6 months to exactly figure out like what is the problem to solve and for which user persona to solve and all of that, right? And in short, what Pintel does right now is, so it's more in the pipeline generation space.
Mm-hmm.
And pipeline generation space also, what has happened is because of advent of AI and all of that, right? So earlier the time to outreach to prospects was quite high. The quality of pipeline, like, I mean, because of the constraints, right, was, I mean, it was not that great. So I mean, the idea what Pintel does is eventually it helps companies, especially B2B companies,
Mm-hmm.
find right companies to target, which are relevant for their offering, then right people to target over there, and also target them with the right messaging, right? Over, yeah.
Yeah, please
And
go ahead.
overall, yeah, overall, how that helps is, basically, like you would want to reach out to the prospect as quickly as possible, and you would
Mm-hmm.
want to reach out to the right prospects, so that overall your pipeline quality improves. Your overall pipeline is like, you basically your pipeline will, I mean, the number of meetings you want to generate and all of those kind of metrics also increase. So yeah.
That's great. So can we say that Pintel can help you to clean your pipeline, or can we say that Pintel can help you to build your pipeline?
So, so that's a good question, right? So I think like both are interrelated, right?
True.
Because
That's true.
yeah, because when you say clean your pipeline, if you're reaching out to the wrong people, again, it's not helping you in building the
True.
pipeline. It is wasting a lot of your reps time, right? So both are interrelated. The first stage is cleaning the pipeline. You're ensuring you're targeting the right people, right accounts, and also you're doing it as fast as possible. Because like for example, if there is some interest you see today, right, and if you're reaching after 2 weeks, so then that pipeline also becomes stale, right?
Today's
So
world, I don't think so anybody is having a patience to wait more than 10-15 minutes. Like that's like a normal thing. If I fill out a form, I will say that, hey, I want somebody to reach out to me within a day, max to max. And whether it work or not, well, it should you should get that first call immediately.
exactly, Rajesh. So yeah, so both are like basically kind of important, right? And go together hand in hand.
That's true. So second question with this, like, what is the journey of Pintel? What you're feeling that Pintel gonna be going after? Where you see Pintel after 2 years or 3 years down the line?
Yeah, so where I would like to see, let me put it like that, right?
Yep.
Until after 2 years, 3 years, and also before that, we'll also answer like how was the journey like till now. I mean,
Let's
so
we'll start in the different way. Then we can talk about what is the journey so far and what is the journey for way ahead.
yeah, so right now we are in that 0 to 1 journey, right, where you are basically trying to reach the PMF stage, product
Mm-hmm.
market fit, and how you go about that is, there's no other way than actually talking to customers, solving problems for them, and getting feedback from them, right? So that's what we have been trying since last 1 year. We had a few design partners where
Mm-hmm.
we went and we did proper discovery, problem discovery, and we asked them, hey, like which are the problems which are critical for you right now, which will help improve your business metrics. And so they shared the problems, we tried to solve them, right? We did multiple POCs, some POCs worked out, some did not, right? So in that entire journey we got to know, okay, that these are the problems which actually technology can solve for them, right, which are important, right?
True.
So that has been our journey, and so far
Mm-hmm.
I feel now we are confident, we have reached that stage where we have identified the right problems to solve and how to solve them.
How many customer Pintel got as of now?
So yeah, so we do have like I'll not say we have a lot of customers, but I say we have uh, like there are like I would say medium-sized enterprises who are working with us right now, right? And companies who are based in the US as well who are working with us right now. So yeah, overall, I mean, we have a good customer base now and a good pipeline for the future.
That's great. That's great. That's lovely to hear that. Uh, Our second question is like we everyone talking about AI and you also having something called AI. AI
Yeah.
is a buzz or AI is actually exist. Like people have the feeling that if AI come, it's gonna take out people's job.
Hmm. So, okay, so that's a good question. So, so two, 3 points to that, right? So first I'll answer your question whether like is AI like really solving problems or not? I mean, or is it just a fad, right? It's just
That's
like a
true.
fad. Yeah. So, I mean, look, AI is progressing really well. Even now, like, like I think ChatGPT came 2 years ago. It has almost been 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
and AI is already solving problems in everyone's daily lives, right? I mean, like, so I mean, for example, if you're going and you're writing an email, right, a very simple email to even your internal colleague or anyone, you can just improve your language using AI, right? Or
That's
you
true.
want to search for very basic things. Now, maybe you don't have to like Google and search for different blogs. So definitely AI is for real. Now, second part is basically the promise of AI, right? How much it is delivering up to that. So again, as you see, like every 3 months, 4 months, like LLM, different LLM models are coming, then new
That's
features
true.
are coming, and they are getting better day by day. So I feel, I don't know like how much, because I mean like because I'm not sure about the AGI front, but definitely when it comes to like any company or even individuals in their daily lives, AI will play a big role, right? So AI is definitely not going anywhere, right? uh, so that's how I'll put it. But yes, we'll have to be more patient as humans, like
True.
like negating it all the way,
Mm-hmm.
uh, figuring out, okay, that what will work using AI, what will not. So seeing more like half glass full rather than half glass empty is how I would put it. Yeah,
Aman, is it possible? Can you share any one of that case study where Pintel solved the people problem, which somebody was feeling that it gonna take hell lot of time, or he was no idea what was the problem and how he solved the problem? It's like after, before the problem solving and after the problem solved, what was the difference? They got it.
yeah, sure. So I'll give an example here, Rajesh, right? Uh, so okay, so I'll ask you one question.
Hmm.
Uh, which were the websites you visited 2 3 days ago?
Yeah,
Any? Do you
man.
remember? Are you able to recall
Honestly,
properly?
honestly, Manny, I can call out two, three because
Uh,
being in this industry like a marketing guy where like every 30 minutes or 40 minutes you can open different site and keep looking different thing, but I can say for now like Gmail, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, uh, Salesforce, like couple more like that which I
so
remember.
ones which are in your daily life, right?
Yeah, this is like my day to day
Those are
which
the
I
ones you
by
mentioned,
hearted. This
right?
is like by
Now,
hearted I have to make.
yeah, so I'll give you a problem, right? So
Hmm.
basically, nowadays there are tools that can tell you, okay, that these are the companies that visited your website. These are the people, like there are some tools who also claim that, okay, that these are the people who visited your website.
Hmm.
Now, right now, the problem is, like even if for a company, they know, okay, that these are the people who visited the website or these are the company, still, like, you first need to say, okay, that are these the people or these companies part of my ICP? Are these opportunities already running in my CRM?
Mm-hmm.
Or already maybe are those my customers? So you need to do all of that qualification,
True.
right? So the first stage is you need to do the qualification. Then the second
Mm-hmm.
stage is you need to route it to the right BDR or the
Mm-hmm.
SDR, right, who takes it through and then understands again and then reaches out.
Mm-hmm.
So, and generally, like especially in a large company, that process can take easily from 1 to 2 weeks minimum, right?
True. That's
Until
true.
then, the person who visited your website might have forgotten and might have moved on in their life, right? So in a way, that
Same
lead
thing
has
with
gone.
me. I don't remember right now. I maybe visited. Your answer is correct on this.
Yes. So maybe, so like that lead might have gotten stale now. So as we
True.
discussed earlier, right? I mean, time to outreach has to be as fast as possible. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to reduce the time to qualification, right? And you also have to reduce the time to make the BDR, SDR aware, like what exactly use case you should share with the particular prospect, right? So all of that. So this is one of the problems of a prospect, and this
Mm-hmm.
is what we like solved. And how we did it was, so we were able to know, okay, the companies which are visiting the website,
Mm-hmm.
the they who are visiting their website, and
Mm-hmm.
they had already shared an ICP template with us, like, okay, that these are the type of companies which are relevant for us. These are the
Mm-hmm.
type of people or the decision makers we want to target. So
Mm-hmm.
based on that, like through different data sources of the companies and the person, we
Mm-hmm.
filtered out the people who are not relevant and got the people who are relevant in few minutes rather than like few days it takes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And second is the right talk track with which a BDR should approach that particular prospect. That
Got it.
also we kind of helped them with, assisted them with. So like for example, if we can also know, okay, the person visited maybe the blogs page, or the person visited the pricing page or some use case
Mhm.
page. So based on that also you get to get an idea. One is whether it's a high intent or a low intent person.
Mhm.
Also based on the page they visited, okay, maybe what they were looking for.
Mhm.
Also the profile they belong to, right? So based on that, which use case should one pitch by, because already there are so many training documents in a company, right?
True.
So by getting information from that, so all of that process Pintel automated for them, overall reducing time to outreach,
Mhm.
thereby improving the uh, pipeline. I would say pipeline. What do you say? Pipeline numbers, right?
Mhm.
Pipeline number of things booked or whatever, right? So yeah.
So does that mean say that if, for example, I visited a website, but I didn't do
Mhm.
any kind of activity, I just visited and maybe spend a minute or two, will
Yeah.
Pinter will catch that and call that as like this person is been to your website and spend maybe a minute. It could be a
Mhm.
potential buyer for you or prospect for you. Will that be possible? Or it could be until unless I'm not filling out a form, it go say the person visited your website, been on your page for more than a minute, but didn't do any kind of activity. Means like it didn't go to multiple pages, it didn't fill out any form and come
Mhm.
back. Well, Pintel can solve these kind of a problem.
Yeah. So the problem Pintel is solving is, so there are already tools which say, okay, that this company visited, this person visited.
Hmm.
But then the time, basically what Pintel is doing is it is automating the qualification part for you, qualification disqualification part, and
Okay.
it is reducing that process, right? And again, based on the playbook you have, based on the logic you have, right? The definition of ICP and all of that, right? So you can do that AI based scoring using Pintel, right? That is the first part. Then the
Mm-hmm.
second part is like, again, it depends on a company you want. Then you eventually route it to your BDR,
Mm-hmm.
and then you also want to help your BDR with the right talking points.
Mm-hmm.
So even Pintel can automate that. Like when
So
the person is
and
doing on a call, yeah,
so Pinter will not only identify the person who visited your website, it will help you to give insight to your SDR or BDR that what kind of a conversation you can start with the prospect.
yes, yes, because you get only 30 seconds, right, in a call, and every company, they have a lot of use cases, a lot of things to
True.
share. Now, which one to like actually talk about, right? So again, you can define, okay, that this is the website, this is the page the person visited. Maybe this page talked about this use case. So maybe the
Mm-hmm.
person is interested in this use case. So you talk about that, right? That could be one way. Or second could be, maybe this person belongs to a particular department, and
Mm-hmm.
in their LinkedIn profile, that is the role and responsibility they have mentioned. So
Mm-hmm.
based on that, this is the challenge they might be facing. So you can discuss about that,
Okay.
right?
That's
So
amazing. That's
yeah.
amazing. Good to give me insight about how Pintle work, and I really feel excited about that the way Pintle is solving problem. Before starting the call, I used to think about that Pintle is just identifying the people who's visiting your website and passing the information to relevant people like SDR, BDR. But now I'm hearing the other side of the story about Pintle not only passing the information who's visited, but it
Mhm.
also provides the information that what kind of a conversation you can start, like ice-breaking conversation with a prospect.
Right. So Rajesh, look, the idea is, the main gap that existed till now was that there was a lot of data around
True.
companies you're talking to, the people you're talking to, or even your internal data.
Hmm.
But to make sense of data, right? That data, like, I mean, that was humanly very difficult and also highly time consuming. So
True.
that is where basically Pintel is coming in. It is orchestrating all of those data sources, right? And trying to derive some logic, maybe in terms of signals, maybe in terms of talking points, or maybe could be other use cases as well.
Hmm.
So that was the gap which was there till now. And again, that is where the beauty of AI is. It can basically go through the unstructured data, right? And give you some meaningful insights out of it.
With that, I say thank you very much on being on podcast and hope you will do much better and will definitely bring you back on podcast again and talk more about Pintel's journey. Thank you very much, Aman.
Thanks, Rajesh. Thanks for taking out time, and thanks for having me here. And wishing
Thank
you the
you.
best for your podcast episodes, coming podcast.
Thank you, Aman.
Thank you.